other hand.
Although, my mother, on the other hand, that's a great way to start things off. All
Yeah.
right. So now there's this interesting thing with YouTube where it's like, it'll show that we're live, but I have to wait like a little bit to make sure we're live because for some reason, YouTube's been a system for I don't know how long, many years, but it does not want to work for some reason. But it looks like we should be live. I see Austin in chat. What's up, Austin? How you doing today, man? Big O. I'll read chat in a second, but let me just do the quick intro so we can get this started. You know, I'm looking spiffy. I had to dress up because we got the one, the only BuckyKentucky, aka Bucky, aka David. What do you want to go by?
Buck.
Buck. Okay. Welcome, guys, to the Lead Army podcast. If you guys do enjoy, feel free to smack the like button. Let's get the self-promotion out of the way right away. You know, you guys love it. Control Freak, awesome partner of our channel. If you guys need any Control Freak products, use code MumboElite for 10% off. Also, if you guys are in the Fortnite item shop, I saw they released some cool new skins today. Feel free to pick those up. Creator code MumboElite. Buck spent $100 on Fortnite skins the other day,
Absolutely.
and he used the code, and he said he absolutely loved it. 100% said recommends it. But yeah, if you guys want to follow my social media, Buck didn't want to put his social media down below. I was gonna link it all, but he didn't want you guys following him.
Dude.
Yeah, he's kind of off the grid, which is another reason why I wanted to get him on. But besides that, without further ado, guys, links down below. We're gonna get right into it. So what I'm gonna look for you, chat, is if this is your first time in a live Lead Army podcast. If you guys want to just like talk with each other, leave comments for us to talk about. I'm just going to kind of be looking at the chat while talking to Buck, and we'll kind of like interact with you guys, but also have a conversation between us too. We'll make it work. But Buck, how you doing today, buddy?
Pretty solid.
Yeah?
Nothing much going on today. I'm playing some Battlefield 1 in the background, so
Ooh.
that's what's going on
Is
this
that
end.
is that like your main game at the moment, or do you play anything else?
No, this is total nostalgia moment right here.
Okay. So what do
I've
you...
been playing a lot of Apex lately.
Okay.
That's kind of been my go-to. Fortnite kind of lost it for me. I am not into the building and stuff. So.
Yeah. Would you say it's like you have more skill in that game too than Fortnite, or is it just...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm a lot better at that game, and that's part of the reason I really like it.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess we'll start off with, I've known you for a while outside of streaming and YouTube because we met at school. But yeah, explain. How did we meet, Buck?
That's a great question. I think it was through mutual friends. Either Eric or Alex.
Yeah.
That was our freshman year of college, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Or like, I don't know. I think I met Alex at like some like freshman introduction or Planet Purple or something like that, and then
Probably.
yeah, met all you guys from Defo from there, and yeah, I guess one thing led to another.
How quickly after I became your friend did you become my boss?
9 months. I went from friend to owning you in 9 months.
Yes. He was owner of the Elite Army. He has actually stake in Elite Army still.
I have majority share at this point. Actually,
Buck,
just let you be the boy.
Yeah, you guys have people fill in for you guys because you can't come to Whitewater, but we literally, it's just me and Buck. We sit in a boardroom together and we discuss like financial plans for the future of the Elite Army and where we see the channel going. So if you guys didn't know, Buck takes care of all that stuff. You don't even see it. But no, Buck was Buck was my first like actual job boss. I worked part-time as like a host at a restaurant in high school. But besides that, Buck was the first one to actually like get me a job.
It's not gonna top that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Every bosses from here on out are just gonna suck.
But no, get this. Buck, great guy, love him to death. Excellent in terms of business. But for some reason, for a paint company, he thought it'd be a good idea to hire a guy who's colorblind. I don't know where he like thought that'd be a good idea, but he literally hired me and then
I sympathized for him, so you know.
He hired me and then our best friend Eric, and that was actually a really fun summer. That was a lot of fun.
That was a fun time.
I enjoyed it. I remember
Good
when
memories.
I remember when I was getting ready for the interview because I didn't know what to expect or like how I had to dress up or anything. So I think I went in like khakis and just a nice t-shirt. I met with
Yeah,
like
just
your boss. I forgot what his name was, but he
yeah.
asked me like the most bullcrap questions ever. Like he didn't really care. He was like, "Yeah, so you can lift, right? Good. Yeah, it looks like you can lift.
You can breathe.
You can
Are
breathe,
you
right?
colorblind by chance?
You can breathe, right? Can you hold a paintbrush? Okay, good. You can work for us. Sweet. Buck will get back to you." But no, that was a lot of fun. I remember, what was it? I remember when you were telling me about the job. You're like, "Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun throughout the summer. They're gonna have like barbecues and stuff. The people will have them in the backyard when we're painting. Sometimes they'll sit out. They're like, we can swim in their pool if you want." Never happens. And then he's like, sometimes there will be attractive chicks will just come sit on the lawn and watch you shirtless as you paint houses. None of this ever happened.
I never said that.
Yo, Austin, thank you for the $2 donation. He says, had to help the homie out, been too long. Austin and everyone else watching the stream. Yeah, but buckets have that. Any donation you guys get the stream and any ad that may pop up on the video, buckets half. That's just the way it works. Equality.
Yep.
But yeah. What else do you want to talk about? What's going on?
Well, how's school wrapping up for you? Are you?
I was gonna say I
right
just had a marketing project that was like the kind of last thing I had to do. Besides, I have one final for finance on Thursday that I really don't have to study for though, because she said she's gonna curve the crap out of it. But besides that, I had a marketing project where I had to do a social media audit of the Chicago Fire soccer team. I had to write 18 to 20 pages. I had to just write out full paragraphs of how I feel like they could improve all their social media. And it was the longest thing I've ever done for a project. I was in my chair for 11 hours straight. Can you take a guess what my chair smelled like when I got up?
Oh, God. If it's anything like how you normally smell, it's pretty bad.
Hey, at least I dressed the part, right? I dressed the part.
I guess.
I smell like absolute crap, but I look good.
Just the top half, too.
Just the top half, yeah. I don't know if you guys can see this. I don't want to share too much, but I have nice little sweatpants on with a nice little dress shirt and tie.
Dude, are you excited to finally get out of the dorms?
Yes. I was ready to leave the dorms this past year. It was nice, though, having a solo dorm, I'll admit. Just because everything was close. I didn't have to worry about things. I had my own space, but next year's going to be super dope.
Don't have to worry about roommates.
Yeah. But Eric and I are super excited. We already talked about it. It's going to be like eBay Central in there. We're going to have like a label printing machine. We're going to have like a setup station where we can box everything and send it out. It's going to be fun.
So both of you guys are into that now.
Yeah, he's doing actually connects, which is really cool. So he's the shoe side of things, but a lot of the shoe guys that I've followed for a decent bit of time and kind of check in on, because I don't do any of the shoe thing, I just leave it to him. But he's showed me like some of the people. A lot of those guys, they're starting to. Since a lot of people who do shoes, they're into sports because it's athletes. There's rappers behind these shoes. There's a lot of athletic things behind these. They're starting to bleed into other aspects of trading and just buying and holding until it goes up in price. And one of the things that's going into is sports cards. So one of the guys I watch, Gary Vaynerchuk.
Like trading cards?
Yes. They're making a comeback. So I have actually a binder right here. I'll kind of show it off to the stream real quick. But I have my collection so far of sports cards. I've had some I started collecting, but I've been like sniping some on eBay for some buy nows, hoping that they go up in price over time. But no, like for example, Giannis's rookie card from, I think it was 2013, 2014 season was his rookie year. When those cards originally came out, you could buy it on eBay anywhere from like $5 to $10, even less than that sometimes. Now, just his regular base rookie card.
Dude, it's because he's gonna be the MVP.
Oh, he'll eventually be the MVP. I don't know if he'll be the MVP this year. I hope he does, but
yes, he will. No, dude, he will. Are you kidding me? Now that the Rockets are out, no, he'll win the MVP.
I hope he does. I hope he does.
Yeah, he will.
He's
so stupid.
Unified Gabu, how's it going? Just bought Mortal Kombat. Nice, Austin. Your tie is nice. Thank you, ball player. Appreciate it. But no, so his like base rookie card right now goes for like $600, and then the ones with like the autographs on it or like piece of clothing is just crazy money. But what's going to be super interesting, because I'm kind of like starting to learn card prices and seeing where they go. I can't imagine how much Zion's rookie card is going to be worth. Like, someone's literally going to open up like a $5 Prism pack, which is like the packs they come in, and some kid's going to get a Zion card, and it's going to be worth like $2,000 or something crazy like that instantly. But yeah, a lot of the sneaker guys, they don't get enough supply from sneakers anymore since so many people do it. So they're starting to like get into other forms of eBay trading and just trading in general. But
And how'd you get into wanting to do that?
So I've been like watching a lot of business people, just kind of marketing in general. And one of the guys I watch is named Gary Vaynerchuk, and he's like big into trading and all that stuff. But my favorite thing he does, and that's what I actually did today that I'll talk about in a minute, but he does a series called Trash Talk, where he owns a $150 million media company. So this dude's balling. But for fun on the weekends, instead of going fishing or like hanging out with family, watching Netflix like some people do, this man goes with his friends to garage sales and buys items so he can then flip them on eBay for money. Just for fun, and then he makes a series out of it. So he calls it Trash Talk. And yeah, that's what got me into it. I've been watching him for like 2 months do that, and then I finally went today. He has like a saying, you know the saying Thug Life?
Thug Life?
Yeah, the saying Thug Life. He gets a lot of mugs when he goes to these places, and you can pick up a mug for like 50 cents at some of these garage sales, and then you can, if it has a cool design or it's like an older style of mug. Yeah, literally I got him for 10 cents today, but you can turn it around and sell it for like 15, 20 bucks on eBay, depending on what it is.
Awesome.
Yeah. Ball player wants to know the Bucks starting five, Buck. He wants to know if you're a real fan.
Giannis, Bledsoe. I don't know if he's coming off the bench. Middleton. Lopez.
Yeah.
There's gotta be one more.
Hey, ball player in chat, homie. Just so you know, I'm not a big basketball fan. I don't know too much about basketball, homie. So, yeah.
The Bucks are good this year, so I'll be watching them. You know.
Yeah. I'm just happy they're finally having a good season, because like I see the marketing side of that, and it's freaking genius, man. Like the amount of money the city of Milwaukee is going to be making off the Bucks, and how that wealth,
they put money into
yes,
the forum and stuff,
and how that wealth is going to be distributed in the area that the Bucks own is crazy.
They invested at the right time. Now that the teams get
yeah,
good and the stadium's starting to sell out.
I'm hoping in terms of like poverty in the city and crime in the city, I hope that stuff goes down with like the expansion. You can only hope. They're having the Democratic Party's having their, was it the DNC convention or whatever they call it? They're having it in Milwaukee for the first time ever. Normally they have it in Chicago. So
I didn't know that.
That'll be interesting. I kind of want to watch that. But yeah, I was going to say, I had a question I was going to ask you. Oh yeah, so you're graduating early, right?
Yep.
So me, I have like one final left next week, and then I'm done for my junior year. Then we're both heading into our senior year next year. You and your, I was going to say girlfriend, but I guess it's fiance now, Michaela, you both just have one semester, right?
Yep.
Nice. So what are you doing then? What's your major, and then what area are you going into?
Sales or management, but I wanted to get into sales.
Okay.
So management's my major, but as Reed talked about earlier, I did a sales internship and sold some paint jobs. really had a lot of success with the selling side of things, not necessarily the management.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny, but no, I did a good job with the sales and found out I had a talent for it, and so my plan is to get into sales. And
Yeah.
this summer I got an internship with an insurance company doing sales.
Ooh,
so
nice.
hopefully, if things go well there, I can, prove myself and whatnot.
Yeah.
And and they got an office in Madison, and Michaela's also looking at the Madison area for work.
Yeah.
She has an internship right now as well, so it's looking like we're going to be in the Madison area after we graduate. But
there you go.
we'll probably
Madtown, baby.
Yeah, but we'll probably stay in Whitewater for that last semester because we have our lease here anyways.
Yeah.
So we'll just commute pretty much for that first semester that we're graduated, I guess, and then go from there.
I just turned Buck up a little bit. After I ask Buck this next question, let me know if you guys can hear him okay or if I still need to turn him up. But in terms of if you could pick any job you wanted, Buck, in sales, what kind of company would you want to work for, and what would kind of be your dream job with that?
Something, I don't know, something fun. Sales can be fun regardless of what you're selling, but I don't know. I like things that are not necessarily transactional. So
yeah,
not moving freight or something like that. That's so transactional, and once it's done, it's done. I'd rather do something where I can build relationships more, and have long-term clients instead of just short-term jobs and stuff like that.
I feel that.
So that's where insurance is interesting because you can maintain a client for a long time and really help them. Whether it be life insurance, home insurance, all that kind of stuff. So I don't know, something along those lines where you don't just, it's not just transactional. You don't just, sell them something and be done with it, is where you really build a relationship and get to know people. So
have you taken intro to sales?
I haven't taken any sales classes. I'm not a sales major or minor or anything. I just had that experience in it.
Okay.
And kind of that, entrepreneurial mindset where it'd be pretty useful in sales. So
yeah,
I haven't taken any of those classes, but I have a lot of real world experience, which I think is a little more applicable than classroom stuff.
For sure. The reason I asked is I finished up my intro to sales class, and we did our the class was basically just 2 tests, and then the rest was competitions and class attendance. And the last competition we did was it was selling health insurance. So we had to go in and talk to our teacher, or if you made it to the finals, talk to the people who came in from Northwest Mutual. We had to basically talk about all the different sort of funds, the Roth IRA, the 401k, what all those meant, and kind of write a plan for what we think the person would want according to their needs. And we'd have to think of that stuff on the spot. But definitely I feel you in terms of seeing that side of things. Chat, let me know if there's any questions you guys want me and Buck to talk about.
So I know you talked about earlier in your video previously, your plans for the summer.
Yeah.
So you got, a job lined up and stuff like that, or?
Yeah. So I'll explain that in a second. Why don't you collect baseball cards? I do actually collect baseball cards. The thing with baseball cards is, at least the brands I've been looking at for baseball cards, there's less money to be made in those than the basketball ones. Not saying that you shouldn't collect them, because obviously there's money in any sports cards for flipping. But in terms of if you're going to buy a pack, the best luck to make your money back, which I've done already, is through the Prism basketball cards, which I like. But to answer your question, Buck, last summer I had an e-commerce / digital marketing internship, and they didn't offer it again this summer, so I had to look for something.
Probably because they're wow, that intern was useless.
Yeah, they love me, but they had one of the top people at their company in my team leave, and they had to replace her with someone coming in, and kind of, I'm guessing the way it worked in terms of finances is they didn't have enough then to keep me on the team, because when you get the new hire, she's been there for like, I think 3 or 4 years. So think about 3-4 years in terms of the economy and how up the economy's gone in the past couple of years. Just the starting position salary for that job probably went up, and they didn't have enough for an intern. But oh well, I enjoyed it. The internship,
you got some experience out of it.
Yeah. And so I have a couple internship interviews still lined up. The internship that I got an offer for is another kind of e-commerce one. So it would be working with like motorcycles and like ATVs, kind of parts after you buy them. So whether that be like stickers you put on the bikes, whether that be tires, things like that. They just sell a bunch of different things. It's called Lehman's Corporation.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's downtown Madison. Fantastic place. It's right by, I think it's Bree Stevens is the soccer field. But beautiful place.
Yeah,
great like company dynamic. In terms of if I would accept the internship, as of right now, it's something I would love to do. I love e-commerce, but I have a job interview lined up on Wednesday with a company where the position is kind of like my dream job. It's literally I would be making content for them. So it'd be like YouTube videos, social media posts, bouncing ideas off the boss and kind of seeing like what we could work with. And actually, in like the interview process, he was like, so tell me a little bit on your resume. You had a YouTube channel. I actually watch a lot of YouTube myself, and I checked out your YouTube channel, and I watched some videos, and I really liked it. I was like, yes.
I feel like that could either be a really good thing or a really bad thing.
I mean, future employer could be watching right now. You never know. So I'm gonna keep it PG. Yeah. That's why I'm in the suit, dude. You always got to represent.
Wow.
But no, I think in terms of those two, it'd be if I get a job offer, if I don't get a job offer, I think regardless, I want to try to get some experience in that side of things, more the content creation side, because one, I already do it with a personal brand of myself, but two, I would love having kind of an internship / job category where I'm solely focused on how can you improve content and how can you maximize it through organic searches and paid search and all that fun marketing stuff that you guys probably don't want to hear about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I think regardless, I'm excited that I got that squared away and won't have to last minute try to find something.
Yeah. Well, at least you got, multiple opportunities. So if something doesn't work out, you got other opportunities. So,
definitely.
Cool.
I'm kind of like, I don't know. My life's kind of open book in terms of after college, because I'm thinking of like what I'd potentially want to do, and I love the position I'm in because I feel like kind of just the world's kind of open to me. I can do whatever I want. I think in this next year, if I could get like the YouTube and Twitch a little bit more off the ground and get more content rolling through those and get more revenue coming in and give myself a little more security in terms of like freedom. If I could take like a month or two right after I graduate and just like focus on that while doing a job search, if I don't see anything, I think that'd be cool. But definitely I think in terms of e-commerce or social media content, I would love to get a job in that marketing area.
Do you have any idea where you'd want to live too?
I mean, as of right now, I'm kind of wherever. I would probably stick to close to Madison. I would probably want to get my own place. I don't want to live in my parents' basement forever, but I probably would like maybe like a year be there, save up a little bit, chill, and then, but kind of wherever job opportunities take me. I mean, in general, I like Wisconsin as a state, so I would want to stay in Wisconsin, but wherever that is, Milwaukee, Whitewater area, Madison, I'd be fine kind of wherever.
Well, Well, if you do stay in Madison, well, in our home search, we might be looking for something that maybe has potential rental income opportunities.
Yeah.
So if there's like a basement with a kitchen, you'd have some cheap rent.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
So
what I was gonna say. I always forget. I have like a question lined up, and I always forget. Zvor, what's up, buddy? Six suit? Thanks, man.
you gotta write them down.
Yeah, I had some written down, but I like forget half of them. What going into college, did you have the same kind of idea of what you wanted to do, or did you have something different
I had
coming
no
in?
clue. Oh, I knew something in business,
Yeah.
but I mean that's literally everything. So
Yeah.
it was pretty general. So yeah, I had no clue.
You were the athlete though in high school, weren't you? You went to state for track, right?
Yep.
Explain that. How did that work?
I threw a heavy frisbee further than other people. so I went to state.
What?
What do you, what do you mean?
I tried that my senior year because I didn't do soccer my senior year for club, and it was either work more or just go out for track. So I went out for track, and they put me in JV sprints and then JV throwing. So I did shot put and discus. Shot put I was decent at, but discus I couldn't get the spin down. And
Yeah.
I think I went against you a couple of times. I think I threw in your general area because they moved me up to varsity even though I sucked. And I remember I literally think it was you threw it further than like everyone else. Pole vault squad Blevins, what's up, bud? But no, like you throw it farther than everyone else. I couldn't even like get the spin down and go in the right direction. I would just be.
Yeah.
I was just so confused.
Chicken
So
with his head cut off.
yeah, I just stuck to sprints, and then luckily I got better at those. And hey,
Yeah,
I'm a
it's
part of a
unique thing.
school record now because I got carried
Yeah.
by Abram. Blevins, how are you, buddy? I see you in chat. How you doing, man? Hopefully you're doing good. You got any questions, Buck, or anything you want to talk about?
Well, I'm going off right now in Battlefield, so I don't know
I
if you
love
can hear.
I
Can you
love
hear
how
through
we
my
have
mic?
your undivided attention.
You do. Just not when I'm killing people. When I'm dead, you have my undivided attention. All right, I'm dead. So, I don't know.
Just been working pretty good. What about you? Hey, that's good to hear, man. Been busy with school, finishing up now, so just getting ready for summer and internship. So that should be fun.
Oh, you got your church retreat coming up.
Oh
You
yeah,
excited for that?
yeah. It's gonna be a week long, so I will be leaving next Saturday afternoon, and I'll be coming back. I think the following Saturday. That'll be up in.
Where's that at?
It's up in UP, so
The
Upper
UP.
Michigan.
Oh yeah.
It's called, I think, Cedar Campus. It's
Okay,
I
what lake?
believe. Bro, don't even hit me with that. I do not know those lakes. Are you kidding me?
Is it Lake Ogibic?
I don't know. All I know it's like 20 minutes away from Canada. So if I brought my
Oh, that's not Ogibic then. If you brought your passport, you go
gross.
over there.
Yeah. I think that's what some people did last year when we went there. Which is weird because so I've gone to the strip now. This is gonna be my third year. Last year we went
Yep.
to the same place, but my freshman year we went to a different one. And the one we went to last year was in Wisconsin. Not last year. My freshman year was in Wisconsin and it was only like an hour away. But now we go to one that's literally 8 hours away, and I don't know why they do that. It's a cool place, but it is a huge drive. Hey,
Yeah.
Freitag, what's up, buddy? Yeah, he's in here. It's Cedar Campus. Lake Huron, idiot. Hey, listen, man. I do not know lakes. Lakes are not my strong suit. But no, I was gonna then change it. If anyone in chat has any other questions, let me know. I was gonna move into more kind of, I don't know if it'd be like motivational or at least like questions, but I guess for you, Buck, your perspective on things. We used to do like
Okay.
motivational Mondays and stuff. I know you'd watch
Oh
those.
yeah, I remember those. Yeah.
In terms of I feel like we got a lot of people who maybe are watching this, they're in high school or maybe even in college and don't know necessarily what they want to do yet. Let's kind of focus more on like the high school side of things. What would you tell someone kind of in high school who maybe feels like they don't have their life together and they're trying to make sure they're on the right track? What would you say to them?
I'd say just keep your options open. I mean, don't get stuck down one way unless you're not really into it. So like in my situation, I guess my main thing was like, what do I want to do like as a career? So going into college, I just wanted to find something that was open to a lot of different options, and that's why I chose management.
Yeah.
Because if I would have done like accounting or something like that, that's pretty niche in terms of what you can do with that. So in my situation, I chose something that was pretty general, that you could do whatever you wanted to with it.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be my piece of advice. Just keep your options open and don't feel like you have to rush into anything. I mean, you got time. And if you're in high school and you don't know what you're doing, trust me, there's people that are 30 years old and still don't know what the hell they want to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Good point.
Don't worry about it. Life goes on. You'll be okay.
Yeah, I had kind of like a similar kind of point of view. I think in terms of if you don't know what you want to go to in terms of for a major in college, if you like any sort of business whatsoever, general business or just any business major besides like the niche accounting, I think you're good to go in terms of after college. There's some other things outside of that, like communications, that could potentially work if you wanted to do something in business as well. But like really at the end of the day, it's more about the skill sets you build than the actual major you have. And I've seen that through internships, and I've seen that through other stuff too. What were you going to say?
And it's about like who you are. I mean, you can learn all this mumbo jumbo in school, and if you don't know how to like talk to people or apply it, it's going to be useless.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Nobody's going to ask you for a math equation, and I don't know. Just some of the stuff we learn in school, I just feel like is it's just in a book. Like it's never going to be applicable in the real world.
And how often do these books get updated? For example, Alex Freitag, if you're still in chat, buddy, you can probably answer this because you're a marketing major too. But for me, like the marketing classes I'm in, I literally had a test where one of my questions was asking me what a meme was. In our book, they had the definition of a meme, and they're describing it as it was like this new thing. I was like, how old are these textbooks? And they're talking about like campaign strategies and things for social media that were strategies 5 to 10 years ago. They don't work anymore. A lot of things in terms of business generates every single day, every single week, every single month. And something that works now may not work a couple weeks from now. And you just got to stay on top of those trends. So another thing too, kind of whatever you're passionate about, right? Don't go in terms of like, oh, I think this could make the most money, or this could land me a for sure job after school, so I should do this major. Do something you're actually going to enjoy. Because one thing I've realized about college in terms of my marketing classes I've been taking, I've hated school my whole life. I hated high school in terms of the classes I took. Most of college, I hated the classes I took. I loved hanging out with friends, being a part of organizations. But in terms of like actually learning in classes, I didn't feel like I was learning. I felt like I was forced to just go to school. Until I did my marketing classes, and it actually was something that I enjoyed doing and I could see myself getting use out of. Then it was like, okay, I can use this in my actual life after college, looking for internships, potential jobs. And once you kind of see things through those lenses, it's a definitely great thing to see, and you'll see that your view on what you want to do and kind of where your life is going, a lot of that stuff will start making more sense. But I had no idea what I wanted to do when I first came to college. I was originally a computer science major, and that lasted, I think, two and a half weeks. I didn't take a single computer science class. I was just like, I want to do business. Because literally, like, when I got to school, like 2-3 weeks into school is when my stream started taking off. I'm like, yo, I should probably learn how to market myself a little better than I currently am. I'm like, hey, maybe I should take a marketing major. So
Yeah.
hopefully that worked out for the best. But yeah, besides
Do you have
that,
anything along this topic, or can I completely throw you off
dude,
track?
throw me wherever you want, dude. I'm ready.
All right, you said it, not me. So Reed, how's the love life treating you?
I knew it. I knew it. I knew you were gonna say it.
I know it's been something you've been working on.
Yeah. I think for me this past year especially has been kind of like not eye opening, but
Hmm.
I think the way I went about things in the past, just like because the way I constantly like I would see you guys, I'm like, oh, you guys are so happy. I kind of want to find that. And then when Eric found that, I was like, oh, good for him. But it's like, all right, when's it gonna be my turn? And kind of I just like viewed it in terms of where do I need to go to meet the chick that I'm supposed to meet, rather than making sure that I'm the person that I want to be. Because like for the longest time last year, I think I struggled with this. Was I just wasn't in a good place, not just like mentally, but just I didn't know who I was as a person completely. I was struggling with aspects of my life, and I just didn't have like this kind of full package, and I wasn't confident in
Oh,
terms
you're the full
of.
package.
Oh yeah, yeah. But no, like, does that make sense in terms of like?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think this is why I'm such a big fan of like working out. And when people say like they're going through stuff or they don't know like what they're doing, dudes, working out changes your mindset on everything. I think just consistently working out, losing weight, just got me kind of more in a positive mindset. But two, kind of just as I've been growing in my faith, just kind of seeing things through the perspective of making sure I'm the person I want to be when I meet someone, and then if I do, it happens. But I'm in no rush. I've talked to some people recently where I've had some connections, but we'll see. We'll see what happens this summer.
Yeah, I mean, don't rush it. It's nothing.
You know, there's nothing wrong with saving money. Every time I think I'm like, am I ready for a relationship? More importantly, is my bank account ready for a
Is my
relationship?
bank account ready?
But no.
That's funny. I like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say for you in terms of working out. I know Eric. He said that when he quit track, he was gonna work out constantly with me, and he didn't do that at all. He kind of like stopped working out altogether, and then recently he's kind of getting back into it. Do you have
Yeah.
like certain workouts you're doing or like fitness
Right
goals
now,
or?
I'm not in the best place. This winter was pretty rough. I uh I wasn't as active as I should have been, but I'm not like I think I'm up like maybe 5, 10 pounds or something like that. It
Oh
just
yeah,
I don't know, I just don't feel the best like I have in the past.
I feel that. Yeah.
And it's not like a weight thing. It's not like a number on the scale. It's
Mm-hmm.
for me, it's totally like how my body feels. Um, and right now I just feel like it could be better. But with my internship this summer down in Dubuque, um, we're gonna be living on the campus there, basically like their
Ooh.
version of like a staring hall.
Ooh.
Um,
Okay.
so and with that we have access to like their weight room and workout facilities. So I feel like also in that setting, having that internship, having that like consistency of a job will also help me get to the gym more frequently and have like a better routine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just don't have like a good routine right now. And I think part of that is like my schedule is so different from each day. Like
Yeah.
my Monday is completely
Yeah.
different than my Tuesday. And I just don't like that side of college where like your days can be totally different based on your school schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I like consistency in my life.
Same.
Um, so I don't know. That's why I think I'll be a lot better this summer because I'll have that,
Yeah.
9 to 5 or whatever. And yeah.
Definitely. Is your schedule in terms of then next semester good in terms of consistency, or is it kind of all over the place too?
Um, it's more consistent than this semester for sure, but again, it's not the same every day. So it'll always be a little bit different. But my schedule for next year is pretty awesome. One thing that I did take, I'm taking military training in the mornings at 6 a.m.
There you
So
go.
I did that as like, it's like I have to get my ass to the gym, like,
Yeah.
it's part of my class. So I think that's going to motivate me to get my ass to the gym and quit making fucking excuses for myself. So I did that on purpose. Some people are like, "Oh my God, you're gonna hate that." I'm like, "Yeah, I am, but I need it. I need to get my ass in
Yeah.
gear again." So, and it's totally everything's cyclical with that. If I'm in a good spot with my workouts, I'm in a
Yeah.
good spot with my relationships. I'm in a good spot with how I'm motivated. So,
True.
I mean, it's totally cyclical. It's once it
Yeah.
gets going, it's tough to stop. So, I've just been lazy lately, and I need to get back on the grind.
100% agree with that. Like, you literally hit it right on the head. I don't know why that seems to be the case. I think it's just like a. I
It's
think
confidence, dude. It's
it's
confidence. You get confidence at the gym.
it's confidence and
Like,
it's priorities. It really does put your priorities in check when you hit the gym. Because, like, and I think it's like the fear of not having your stuff together, too. I think is another
mhm.
thing. Because it's like when I'm consistently working out, this past like 3 months, I almost went every single day working out like nonstop. I was never tired. I was good. And then this past week for like final projects and stuff, I wasn't consistent and I felt that starting to break down a little bit. And
Yeah,
it wasn't in terms of not wanting to go to the gym. I was eating really healthy these past couple months. And then literally this past week, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to eat whatever I want, use my purple points, go to the dining
yeah.
hall. And then I was sitting there today. I think I had like an ice cream cone in my hand. I'm like, bro, what am I doing? I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I don't even need this ice cream cone. Like, I'm not even excited that I'm eating it. It's not even like a
Yeah.
reward or anything. I'm like, all right, elite army podcast time. I need to put on a suit. I need to get that right back on track. Get Buck in here and
Yeah.
get things going.
Get bucking you. Have you heard that song?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God. Cue it up. It's an actual song called Get Bucking Here.
I don't want to get copyright
Hey, can
striked
you
by YouTube and
Oh my
lose
God. That's
my
right.
live streaming
That's
feature on
right.
here,
That's
even though I never live stream on here. But I will definitely listen to it after if you want me to.
Yeah. Jack, go listen to it. It's a great song.
Yeah.
Great song. It was
How
made in like 2000.
how did so explain the organization you're a part of, Ducks Unlimited. Kind of talk about that a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, for those of you who don't know, Ducks Unlimited is a nonprofit organization that raises money for wildlife conservation, specifically waterfowl habitat. So we're talking like marshes and wetlands, different waterways, rivers, lakes, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so their whole goal is to create habitat for ducks and other waterfowl, but that also just doesn't stop with ducks. Them cleaning up these riverways and different lake accesses and stuff like that. It's not only helping waterfowl, but it's also helping our entire ecosystem. So all animals, including humans, benefit from the conservation that they do. So what me and my buddies did a couple years ago, we started our own Ducks Unlimited chapter on campus. So
Yep.
basically, what we do in the fall, we have a banquet, and that banquet serves as our main fundraiser for the year. Um, so this last year, we raised over $30,000 at our banquet, and then in the springtime, we'll throw on the waders, throw on the boots, and go out and do actual conservation projects. So this spring, we put up um, 14 wood duck boxes in a local marsh that we
Okay.
just adopted, actually. So you know how you can like adopt a highway?
Yeah.
We adopted a wildlife refuge, and now we're basically in charge of maintaining it and conserving the land,
That's
which is
awesome,
pretty
man.
awesome as well. Yeah. So we got that going. We put up those wood duck boxes. Basically, just maintaining that area has kind of been our real, boots on the ground, getting your hands dirty type work.
Yeah.
But Ducks Unlimited is big about raising money for those fundraisers because what they do is they take that money and they lobby it in Congress. So they're able to take, you know, the $30,000 that we raised, and they're able to turn that into over $100,000 based on how they lobby it in Congress. So it's pretty cool. And just this past week, I went to a banquet that we helped run. It was down in Kenosha, and at that banquet, they raised over $300,000.
Jeez.
It was all these big wigs from Chicago. Oh my God, these dudes were just loaded.
Now, was the banquet a similar format to kind of what you were doing in Whitewater in terms of like you guys had raffles and stuff? Or
Yep, pretty similar format. Just like the dinner was it was $500 a ticket to get in.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
We got in for free, obviously, because we were running the thing.
Yeah.
But so it's just this high-end dinner. They had top shelf liquor. They had valet parking.
You better give them the best of the best if it's $500 just to get in.
And there was valet parking, seriously.
Jeez.
So
that's crazy.
So at that event they had a live auction. So a lot of these big dudes and women that are these business owners and stuff like that, like they like to throw on their money and kind of you know, fluff their feathers a little bit. So that's why we had a live auction there. And these live auction items, it's just ridiculous how much money these people spend. But hey, it's for the Ducks, and more power to them, you know. So we had one guy, he spent like 30 grand himself just in the live auction. So
that's crazy.
All in that night, he probably donated $40,000 to the Ducks.
Dang.
Yeah. So he won a trip to like Belize or something. It was like this duck hunt in Belize, and he just calls his wife and goes, "Well, honey, we're going to Belize."
Doesn't even talk to her about it. Just happens.
No. Hey, doesn't even consult her.
I don't want to brag or anything, but I remember when I went to that banquet with you and Eric and the one in Whitewater at least, and I normally don't talk about like the amount of money I make and how much I throw down, but I put down like $20 at that event, so kind of a big deal. I don't know how to say it without sounding like full of myself, but
the Ducks appreciate it.
I was throwing around some big money, man. It definitely was a good time. I remember, I don't know if I ever told you about this, but so you were going around and it was during you're showing off the guns. So you had a pistol in your hand.
Around.
Yeah, you had a pistol in your hand, and you're literally walking around with a pistol in the air, and then you're like pointing in different directions. I don't know if you're like acting like you're shooting or whatever, or just showing it off.
No, I was not. I was just modeling it.
Okay,
Reed. I
so you're modeling off, but you have it in the air, and so I take a Snapchat story, and Eric does it too, but I had it on mine, and I said nobody's safe in here, and like it was just you, the back of you, so no one saw it was you. And just like someone holding up a gun. And my mom freaked out so bad. She started calling me. She's like, "Are you okay? What's going on? Talk to me."
Wow. Jesus Christ, Reed.
Hold on one second. It's Owen. Why do you have a suit on? The question is, why don't you have a suit on, Owen?
I have a suit on, Owen, and you can't even see me.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. He has the exact same suit on as you see in that picture. It's Laser, by the way. What's up, Laser? How you doing, bud? But, yeah, we're getting close to that hour mark. Any other topics you want to talk about or ways you want to go down?
I don't know. I did like that conversation about the Ducks. I think that's pretty awesome. As you know, I'll be the president this next year, so that banquet will be like my baby. So you'll definitely have to come again this year.
If you don't tear up at every banquet, I don't want to be there. I wanted to be emotional like the last guy
Andre
there.
Teared up. Yeah. He teared up a little bit. He just lost his grandpa, I think, before then, and he was a big DU guy, so that was pretty important to him. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
Sweet. Do you think that's so? I don't know how it works with like the Ducks Unlimited organization in terms of different chapters on the college campuses, but is that something that you will be able to continue once you leave college?
I'll continue in terms of like coming to the events. I'll be, somebody that advocates for them, obviously, but I'm not going to be necessarily running the event like these guys will be once I leave. So But
Now,
no, I mean, I'll stay
yeah.
involved in Ducks Unlimited as much as I can.
Now
It's
does
honestly, it's served me more purpose
oh
than I've given. I feel like because just the people I've met, the connections I've made, whether it be like personal through hunting or in business, and
mm-hmm.
every single interview I had, somebody knew what Ducks Unlimited
Yeah.
was, and somebody could appreciate the work that I did and the work that
Yeah.
we've done. So yeah, I feel like just for that purpose alone, I still owe more to Ducks Unlimited.
Yeah. See, and I think that's another thing I want to touch on too in terms of for those people who are going to college and don't know what to expect or don't know what you want to do in college. I think one of the best pieces of advice I can give you, and Buck would probably say the same thing, but he can speak for himself in a minute, is get involved. Whatever you believe in, whatever you have faith in, get involved in organizations. For Buck, it's more the Ducks Unlimited side of things. For me, I've been involved in Christian organizations since like kind of the first month I was at school. And for me, kind of how Buck was talking about his Ducks Unlimited is kind of how I view my Christian orgs is just the amount of just love and support and just time you put into these organizations. You get so much out of it in return that you just are left in a position where you're forever grateful. And for me, it definitely provided like a community for me to follow my faith on a college campus, not seeing in the past what that would look like, not knowing what that would look like, but like going in, I was like, I don't want to go to church. Are you kidding me? I don't want to. I literally had no idea what it meant to be a Christian on college campus, and I thought it'd be like one of those pushy people that tries to force things on you, but it's completely not. And like so, it's like
the
some
people that are too churchy.
too churchy.
What is I think somebody's got a name for it. I've heard different like
Yeah.
terms for that.
Nah. But I think in terms of kind of you can talk about your highlights in college so far. For me, I think in terms of intervarsity and just my Christian walk in general, two of my like biggest achievements I think is one just seeing how my faith has come from my freshman year to now, and how kind of like having my worldview and my like Christian point of view come together and seeing how like applies to other aspects of my life, I think is a really cool thing. And then two for me is kind of wanting to branch out and just kind of, I don't know necessarily how to say it, but kind of my goal this next year is kind of to start an off campus, like it's not a men's ministry, I don't know what to call it, but basically like my idea is once a month it'd be like at my place with Eric, and like maybe you could come over, Buck, and then some other guys who maybe are Christians or maybe on the fence about it, and we just hang out, we eat dinner, have a good time, and then we just talk about some topics, and then can kind of go from there. But I think it'd be cool to start kind of not like my own thing, but have a space outside of just organizations where it doesn't have an organization feel, and it's more of like a one-on-one, yo, I'm here for you, you know me,
Kind of
what's
like
going
a
on.
support system almost.
Yeah. That like a non-judging support system that can give you guidance in ways maybe you don't want to hear, but you need to hear, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I feel
absolutely.
like some people feel that way.
That's the important stuff. Can't be offended.
Yeah. Owen, I would say, but if you're enjoying the stream, anyone enjoying the stream, feel free to smack the like button. Let's see if we can get 10 likes. I think we're currently sitting on 7. You guys have been killing it with support with people in and out. I know live stream podcast format. I'm not really reading chat because it's obviously talking to the person on. But I appreciate you guys hanging out. We're going to be done here soon in a minute. I always got a couple kind of closing questions and things to talk about. But if you guys ever want to be on a future Elite Army podcast, let me know. I'm always looking to try to get the community involved in some way. Buck has obviously been a great friend of mine since I came to school my freshman year. Getting to know him has been fantastic. But just seeing him in terms of growing as a person, and then not only in like school and his life, but also getting involved in this community, I remember when he initially got in, we were playing Black Ops 3. I don't know if it was multiplayer or zombies, but it
It
was
was
around
both, yeah.
it was around the time where you sold off your business with College Works and you're kind of moving on to the next chapter of your summer. And
Uh-huh.
I thought you literally were coming in because you felt bad about the whole thing. And I'm like, no, it's fine, dude. You don't have to be here. But then you like consistently kept showing up, and then you had points where you literally would just, was it your daily dollar or whatever? You would like donate $1, and it would be like,
I donated quite a bit.
yeah, and then it would be like before the stream even started, so it'd be like the lead up to the stream, and then
Yeah, and I didn't know you like
yeah,
didn't get a notification for it, so I was like, damn.
I wasn't even in there, so he would take like a screenshot of me. He's like, dude, I paid you. And I'm like, sweet, thank you, appreciate it. But yeah, no, I just want to say thank you for all your support, Bucky.
Hey,
It means
vice
a lot.
versa, brother.
I wanted to be on it like a year ago, but I'm still on the waiting list because I guess I have to have a suit now. Yeah, dude, you gotta ante up, bro. It's big leagues now. It used to be this thing where you could dress however you wanted and we'd allow you to be on here, but now we're taking things to the next level, dude. We're going corporate. Elite Army is going corporate. Buck is talking to some potential sponsors.
What's the thumbnail for this video?
The thumbnail, I can send you. I'll send you a snapshot of it after. But so it's
my good side.
I took our LinkedIn pictures.
No, don't do that. That's so lame.
I put our LinkedIn pictures in, and for like the stream right now, it's your LinkedIn picture and then me in my suit and sitting in my room, kind of like a professional like meeting over Skype or something. With oh, Buck, I don't know if you see what's over my head, but people in stream, if you didn't know, Fortnite gives people creator codes. And if you didn't know, I have my own creator code. It's creator code MumboElite. And
Did you hear that, Chad? Creator code MumboElite.
yeah, and if you didn't know, when cool skins come in the Fortnite item shop, like they just did today, you can put in creator code MumboElite, and when you purchase it, I get a little bit of that love. It's nice, and it all adds up, homies. And I've had so many of you guys already use the code. I remember when it first came out, I'm like, dude, I don't even know why I need a code. I don't think people are going to use it. I don't know how people even... I didn't think people really use V-Bucks. And we had something like 30 uses of the code within the first week. So you guys freaking crushed it, dude. I mean, and it's bittersweet for me because it's like, I appreciate the support, but at the same time, I'm trying to find a way to tell you guys, when you don't play Fortnite anymore, you're going to look back at all the money you spent on Fortnite skins. You're going to be like,
exactly, dude.
Was it worth it?
That's what I'm saying, dude. None of these kids listen, man. Even Castillo, dude, he spent like a couple $100. Does he? Okay,
Yeah.
hey, does he work at the Noodles?
I'm not sure. I want to catch up with him this summer. He was one of those guys I wanted to kind of sit down and talk
He's
with.
the first person I met at Whitewater,
Yeah.
And now I know I don't talk to him at all.
You have 50 V-Bucks typical? Nice, dude. But yeah, I was super, super, sad but happy. Sad that he wasn't coming back to Whitewater, but happy that he was pursuing his own thing. And yeah. I've told him multiple times, but I really want to get on him, especially since he's not back at school yet. I'm like, bro, your vlogs, I love them. The way he edits, the way he does his panning.
I hate how he slaps the camera so much.
Yeah, some things he could change, but no, overall,
camera abuse, just like you in the chair.
Yeah, for real. But no, he's a great editor. He puts his vlogs together in a story kind of mode, so you can see how they build up, and he gets family and friends involved. I definitely think he has a future if he wants to continue to grow that. But also too a future in editing for a potential company. So if he could even now start building up a profile for those things, we're living in an age where you don't even need a college degree. He doesn't need to go back to school to land a job in that industry. He just needs to be able to profile his work on LinkedIn and other places and just show people, yo, this is what I did. This is what I can do. Give me a chance. I think he'd do really good in that. So I'm gonna talk to him this summer and be like, yo, I think that'd be really cool to see you do.
Yeah, I think it would be good for him too.
Yeah. Besides that, you got any more questions or things you want to talk about, Buck? Probably do one more.
No, For's all yours.
Okay. Now you're putting me on the spot. I gotta think of something.
I'm putting you on the spot. Oh, hey, for a thumbnail picture, why don't you get a good one of me, okay?
Yeah, I can change it later. I mean, it's already a good one of you, but whatever. But no,
That's
so
lame. Do a picture with me with my deer or something like that.
yeah, we'll end with one final question. If you guys did enjoy, feel free to smack the like button, subscribe if you're new. Just wanted to say I'm trying to put more content out end of the school year now and then the summer, so I'm gonna try to be as consistent as I can. I don't know what consistent's gonna look like, maybe once a week. But whenever I feel like putting something, I'm just gonna put less. It's not that I'm gonna put less effort in. My thing in terms of content is I'm afraid to put out content still because it's like, oh, I don't think this is good enough, or I don't think people would enjoy this, so I just kind of like hold back on content. I think what I'm going to do this summer and test it out is try as much as I can to just whatever I enjoy, whatever I feel passionate about, put out, and then just have kind of that organic content just kind of keep the channel rolling, keep the views coming in, that little bit of AdSense coming in, maybe pay for some meals if I find a female soon. You never know. But
Yeah.
last question. I'm trying to think.
The more organic your stuff is, I think the better.
Yeah.
You know, just be yourself.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that was gonna be that could be my last question. Like, obviously you have certain stuff that you enjoy on my channel, Buck. I know you support me no matter what. But like you have certain
No,
games.
I support you no matter what.
Yeah, no, I know, but you have certain games you like to watch me play.
Well, I like
People,
watching
yeah,
Apex right now.
people in chat have games they like me to play. People even not here have certain games they'll only watch if I play Fortnite, yada yada. What in terms of you, aside from just like games in general, because there can always be gaming content, but what kind of content would you like to see on the channel, or maybe a new idea I've never tried before? What would be something that you think I would not only be good at, but you think would be beneficial for the channel?
I like hearing about your ventures in like your side hustles and stuff. I think that'd be cool. Like more like vlogs almost. Like,
Yeah.
you know, have one of your vlogs be going to a garage sale or doing stuff online in terms of like selling or marketing your products or whatever like that. Something like that would be kind of cool. I just see a lot of those on online right now. They're really popular.
Yeah.
So
I love that you said that because that's literally what I did today. I did some vlogging when I went to different places.
dude, put that up.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm holding off on it right now because all my items are in the car. What I think I'm gonna do is when I go home, that's when I'm gonna make like the video of it because I have like a bunch of cards and stuff at home that I got in the mail from eBay that I have to open up. So I'm gonna do like a pack opening video for one of those, but for the eBay side of things and the side hustles, I want to show you guys like the items I got and show like what things are going for on eBay, what they're selling for, so you guys could potentially do it yourself because this is the first time I've done this for eBay, and I think I had one of the best first times you could ever have. Like I literally went in with $40, went to Walmart, got myself $40. Then I went to garage sales, spent $25, and I'm looking to get over 500 in return. So pretty happy with that. There's definitely a lot of profit to be made when you get over 40 cups for 10 cents a piece, and they're averagely selling for about 15. Definitely will not see that every time, but I'm excited to kind of grow those side hustles along with growing the YouTube channel, growing the Twitch, and just kind of see where the life takes me. Because like, thing about vlogging that's weird to me is when it's forced. Like when I feel like I'm just trying to force an update. But like when I'm generally passionate about something, I have no problem putting it out there. And I think with these side hustles, that's something I can update you guys on and have it be in a vlog format where you don't have to watch to see what I got on eBay or what I'm selling on eBay, but you can watch it because you appreciate maybe the basketball clip at the start or the gym clip of me going to work out. Definitely a lot of potential
Those
through
are
there.
cringy. I don't like those.
What, you don't
I
like?
just picture the person looking at you like while you're doing it, and they're probably like, "What the fuck?" That's what I picture.
Remember when was it you or Eric who called me out on it? No, it was you. The one where I was like, if you guys don't remember, last year I went on the church retreat trip. Here's like the recap.
Oh no, I called you out on it.
Bro, I didn't even
You're so
realize.
precious.
Hit it from the back and drive you
Yeah,
wild. I
I was
literally
like,
was
oh,
dumbfounded when
what
he
kind
told
of
me
trick
that.
or treat is this?
I'm like, wait, did they actually say that? I went back. I had to listen to it like 2 times to make sure. I'm like, okay. I don't know how I didn't know that, but in the future I will keep church content church related.
Keep it church.
Keep it PG. But yeah, thank you guys for coming out. I'm most likely going to get some food right now or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I might be live on Twitch later. No promises. I'll tweet it out if I am. But Buck, thank you for coming on, man. Appreciate you as a friend. Appreciate you as a supporter. And I know you're going to be doing great things. So definitely want to
You as well.
definitely want to keep these people updated on what you're doing. You're doing us proud. Like I said, lead army. You're taking it places, man. You're getting us those sponsors. That corporate kind of side of things that we don't all like to deal with. You're taking care of behind the scenes, and we appreciate it.
Somebody's got to.
Holding that boardroom down.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, make sure my thumbnail is go on my Facebook. I got a nice picture of me holding up a nice deer.
Yeah.
How about that one? I'm wearing a black shirt. You'll like it.
All right. Well, we'll find it. But thank you guys for coming out. If you guys did enjoy, feel free to smack the like button. Like I said, I might be streaming later. I'll let you guys know if I did. But yeah, I will see you guys soon. It's been your boy MumboElite. I'm out. Peace.